DoS attacks, denial of service attacks, is one of the most used attacks by hackers. In this lesson, we will talk about DoS attacks. Let's write it down. The main aim of this attack is to make the victims, the company's computers, unavailable. So there are three types of DoS attacks. The first one is vulnerability DoS attack. The second is bandwidth flooding DoS attack. The other is connection flooding DoS attack. Vulnerability DoS attack tries to find vulnerable parts in the system and tries to make it unavailable with these attacks. Bandwidth flooding DoS attacks tries to send too much requests and make the system unavailable. And the connection flooding DoS attack tries to send too much connection requests, so there are too much half and uncompleted sessions with this DoS attack, so the system becomes unavailable again. Let's draw a picture and see and understand DoS attacks better. Here is a hacker, a black hat hacker. As you know, the black hat hackers are the most dangerous hackers. Oh, my drawing is very bad. Yes, there is a victim computer and a real victim computer here. Firstly, the attacker captures this PC. The name of this PC is also bot. He captures this PC and then sends too much requests to victim PC or victim system, and this is generally DoS attacks. But if this bot computer is one more, for example, let's draw it here again, a black hat hacker, and here is a bot computer again, a bot computer, and when he captures these systems named botnet, and then he will send too much requests to the victim device. And this type of attacks that is done with botnet system, this means the name of this attack is DoS, distributed denial of service attacks. There are different DoS attacks. There are specific DoS attacks. We will also see one by one each of them, and let's write all of them here. TCP, sync, flooding attacks, ping off that attacks, teardrop attacks, and smurfing attacks. Each of them is a specific denial of service attack, and in the following lessons we will see all the details of these attacks. The first DoS attack type is TCP sync flooding attack, and before explaining this attack, I will explain something here for you. as you can see, this is TCP session. If one computer, PC1 and PC2, PC1 wants to start a TCP session, he sends a sync packet and PC2 replies with sync egg, and PC1 replies again with egg packet. This is three-way handshake. Before all TCP sessions, this is done, and after that the TCP session is established. Attackers use this session methods for DoS attacks. Let's write here black hat again, very black, and he captures a computer here and sends sync packets, TCP sync packets. Sync, 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 and sync. And here, victim is here. And when he gets the sync packet, he replies with sync acknowledgement. A lot of sync packets and a lot of replies, but he never accepts the sync acknowledgement packet. And so after a while, the victim's resources are finished, and then the attacker becomes successful. And this is also a connection flooding DoS attack. So how can we protect ourselves from TCP sync flooding attacks? So firstly, we can limit the incoming sync packets in the firewall, and we can also extend the connection queues, or we can decrease the connection timeouts. Ping off that. The name is horrible, but how about attack? Firstly, let's talk about an IP packet. IP packet. The maximum size of an IP packet is the max size this one. This is the max size of an IP packet. For example, when we send a ping packet has IP header, ICMP header, and ICMP data. So if this is a maximum value, our IP header is 20 bytes. ICMP header is 8 bytes. And our ICMP data can be maximum 65,507. Yes, maximum we can use this one, this data. But with ping of that, the hacker change this value and send a longer packet before the fragmentation, and at the other end, when the victim tries to reassemble it, then it crashes. Here an attacker, a black attacker, and the system he captured, and he sent an ICMP ping to the other end, to the victim, but with the packet longer than this value. And during this send process, it is fragmented. This packet is fragmented, but at the other end, when the victim tries to reassemble it, its system will crash. Teardrop attack is another DoS attack that is similar to ping of that. Here the hacker take a piece again and send a packet here, and our victim again. Before sending this packet, the attacker fragments this packet, but this fragmentation has some faults in it, and at the other end the victim cannot reassemble this packet, and his system crashes, and the attacker achieves his goals.